Here is our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, it had been as a gap in our great feast, and all things unbecoming.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me, to the which my duties are with a most indissoluble tie forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We hear our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and in need of Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their hearers. Withdraw till you return at night. Goes Fleance with you?
Aye, my good lord, our time does not call upon us.
I wish your horses swift and sure of foot, and so I do commend you to their fast. Farewell. Bring them before us. To be dust is nothing, but to be safely dust, our fierce and tranquil stick deep, and in his royalty of nature reigns that which would be feared. This much he dares. When first they put the name of king upon me, and bade them speak to him, then profited right, they halted him further to a line of canes. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown, and put a barren scepter in my grip, thence to be wrenched with an unlineal hand, no son of mine succeeding. If be so, for Banquo's issue have I filled my mind. For them, the gracious Duncan I murdered, put rancors in the vessel of my peace, only for them and mine eternal jewel, given to the common enemy of man, to make them kings, the seed of Banquo kings. Rather than so, come fate into the list, and champion me to the Arthurians, who's there. Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was, so please, your highness.
I did so and went further, which is now our point of second meeting. Do you find your patience so predominant in your nature that you can let this go? Are you so gospelled? To pray for this good man and for his issue, whose heavy hand hath bowed you to the grave, and beggared yours forever?
We are men, my liege.
Ay, in the catalogue you go for men, as hounds and greyhounds, mongrels, spaniels, curs, shouts, water rugs, and demi-wolves are cleft.
And I another, so weary with disasters, tugged with fortune, that I would set my life on any chance to mend it or be rid on't.
Both of you, though Banquo was your enemy.
True, my lord.
So is he mine, and in such bloody distance, that every minute of his being thrust against my nerves of life, and that though I could, with barefaced power sweep him from my sight,
Though our lives,
your spirits shone through you, within this hour at most. I will advise you where to plant yourselves, acquaint you with the perfect spy of the time. The moment on, for must be done tonight, and something from the past always thought that I require a clearness, and with him to leave no rubs nor blotches in the work. Fleance his son that keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than is his father's, must embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart. I'll come to you anon.
we are resolved, my lord.
Is Banquo gone from court?
Hey, madam, but returns again tonight.
Say to the king, I would attend his leisure for a few words.
Madam, I will.
We'll have scotched the snake, but not killed it. She'll close and be herself, whilst our poor Malice remains in danger of her former tooth. Here we will eat our meal and fear and sleep in affliction of these terrible dreams that shake us nightly, better be with the dead, whom we to gain our peace have sent to peace. Treason has been done his worst, nor steel, nor poison.
Come on, gentle my lord, seek out your nugged lords. Be bright and juvenile among your guests tonight.
So shall I love, and so I pray be you. Let your remembrance apply to Banquo. Present him eminence, both with eye and tongue.
You must leave this.
Oh, full of scorpions in my mind, dear wife. Thou knowst that Banquo and his Fleance lives.
But in the nature's copies, not extreme.
There's comfort yet. They are assailable.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed come sealing night. Good things of day begin to droop and drowse, while night's black agents to their place do rouse. Thou marvelest at my words, but hold thee still. Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill. So prithee, go with me.
Thus spurs the loaded traveler, a space to gain the timely in, and near approaches the subject of our watch. Aha! I hear horses.
Give us a light there, Ho.
'Tis he, I need to prepare myself.
It will be rain tonight.
Let it come down.
O treachery, fly, good Fleance, fly, 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 thou myself revenge, O slave.
You know your own degrees. Sit down at first, and last the heartily welcome.
Thanks, Your Majesty.
See, they encounter thee with their heart's strength. Both sides are even. Be large in mirth. Anon will drink a measure. The table round, this blood upon thy face.
'Tis Banquo's then.
This better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats, yet he's good. That did the like for Fleance, if thou didst sit.
Most royal, sir. Fleance escaped.
Then comes my fit again. I had else been perfect, whole as the marble, rounded as the rock. But Banquo's safe?
In a ditch he bides, with 20 trench gashes on his head, at least a death to nature.
Thanks for that.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer. The feast is sold. From thence the sauce to meat is ceremony. Meeting were bare without it.
Sweet remembrance, now good digestion wait on appetite, and health on both.
May it please your highness, sit.
With the greatest person of our Banquo present, who may I rather challenge for unkindness than pity for mischance.
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Grace us with your royal company.
The table's full.
Here is a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What is in that moves your highness?
Which of you have done this? Thou cannot say I did it. Never shake. The gory locks at me.
Gentlemen, rise. His highness is not well.
Avaunt, and quit my sight. Let the earth hide thee. Thy bones are marrowless. Thy blood is cold. Thou hast no speculation in those eyes, which thou dost glare with.
Think of this, good peers, but as thing of custom, 'tis no other, only expose the pleasure of time.
What man dare, I dare, approach thou like the right Russian bear, and dare me to desert with thy sword, if trembling I inhabit then, protest me. Why so being gone, I am a man again, pray you, sit still.
Good night and better health. Attend his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
And
You lack the season of all natures, sleep.
come, will to sleep. My strange and self-abuse is the initiate fear that wants hard use. We are yet but young indeed.
Why, how now, Hecate? You look angrily.
Have I not reason? Beldams as you are saucy and overbold? How did you dare to trade and traffic with Macbeth in riddles and affairs of death? And which is worse, all have you done? Hath been but for a wayward son, spiteful and wrathful, who as others do, loves for his own ends, not for you. Meet me in the morning, thither he will come to know his destiny. Upon the corner of the moon there hangs a vaporous drop for fun. I'll catch it ere and come to ground. He shall spurn fate, scorn death, and bury hopes above wisdom. Grace and fear, and you all know, security is mortal's chiefest enemy. Music and a song within. Come away, hark.
Come, let's make haste. She'll soon be back again.
Things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied of Macbeth. Marry, he was dead, and the right valiant Banquo walked too late. Whom you may say, if it please you, Fleance killed, for Fleance fled. Men must not walk too late. Who cannot want the thought how monstrous it was for Malcolm and Donalbain to kill their gracious father? Damned fact! How did it grieve Macbeth? So that I say, he was born all things well, and I do think that he had Duncan's son under his key. As ain't please heaven he shall not, they should find what twere to kill a father. So should Fleance. I hear Macduff lives in disgrace. Sir, can you tell me where he bestows himself?
The son of Duncan, from who this tyrant holds the due of birth, lives in the English court. Thither Macduff is gone to pray the holy king upon his aid to Northumberland and his warlike seaward, that by the help of these, him above to ratify the work, we may again give to our tables meat, sleep to our nights, free from our feasts and banquets bloody knives. And this report hath so exasperate the king that he prepares for some attempt of war.
Sent he to Macduff?
He did, the cloudy messengers say. You'll rue the time that clogs me with this answer.
Advise him, too, a caution, to hold what distance his wisdom can provide. Some holy angel fly to the court of England and unfold his message, ere he come, that a swift blessing may soon return to this our suffering country.
I'll send my prayers with him.